Juan Mata was on absolute fire versus Norwich. No, not that kind of fire, not that kind of fire. Out. Hey everyone, it is Finn here, that is FYW, and I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Whether you're a Manchester United fan, whether you're not, I do Premier League content as well. Please do subscribe to this channel, close to 300 subscribers, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. We are insanely close, and I could not have gotten this far even without your guys' support. So I do want to say thank you guys so much. Plus my Instagram, Finn Kraus Football. Manchester United, that was a much better performance, but I don't want to go on about how I think this is the change for us for the season. I do want to say, believe it or not, consistency is key to good form. To get in good form, we need to start winning more games in a row. We just need to start winning more games in general. We can't just keep going on and on about, you know what, that was a great game, I think we are back at it. We need to be consistent. End of story. That's true. Well, not end of story. I have a whole video to make. Don't leave. Let's start off with our defense. David De Gea, great goalkeeping. David De Gea could save marriages on his day. I mean, he is an amazing goalkeeper. And if he plays like that, if he defends like that, makes less mistakes like that, then he can really work his way back to the top, and I would be more than happy, to be honest with you. I love David De Gea, and that is exactly why watching a game like that. Defense, I think our defenders did very well. Cantwell had a shot from Norwich that almost went in. I mean, even he was absolutely shocked that it didn't go in, and David De Gea had that great save. I do want to say I don't think Cantwell should have had that shot, because I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka should have been on that side, because I mean, he should have been marking him. He wandered way too far off of him. He should have been marking him. He needs to work on that. Lindelof, really passing, very shocking. Lindelof, I think you need to work on your passing. Defensively, you had a very good game, but I mean, your passing, very off. I think Maguire had a great game. I mean, he was supposed to be out long term, and I think every Manchester United fan was just like, you know, jumping in joy, very happy Maguire played. I love how he runs forward. I mean, he looks like the least mobile defender out of all our centre backs, yet he still runs up, and I absolutely love it. He is actually a really good leader, and I want to ask you guys, as my question of the video, who do you guys want to be Manchester United's captain in general? Who do you guys think the captain should be? Maguire, De Gea, someone else? I don't know. Up to you guys. You guys tell me. I think Brandon Williams, great game. I mean, I don't know how he missed that one shot. I mean, I probably could have got that shot, and I'm not that good, to be 100% honest with you. That's why I'm kind of sitting in this room and not playing football myself. I do want to say he had a great game. The difference between him and Luke Shaw, I've mentioned this before, but I do want to bring out why I like Luke Shaw over Williams. Just to emphasize that I don't think Williams is quite ready to be our main left back. Look, I love Luke Shaw, but I have to say Williams, although he's great at getting up forward when it comes to tackling, he can make some great tackles. He really does lunge and just go for it, and he doesn't really think about his tackles sometimes. I think he goes for it, and sometimes the attackers find it way too easy to get around him. And the problem is, Williams likes to find himself going a bit central, you know, finding the middle of the field, and then it leaves it open to Norwich or whoever the opposition is at the time, their wingers. So I find that, you know, Brandon Williams should try to stick to the side a bit more. But other than that, I think he had a superb game. We talk about our midfielders. Our midfielders, not the best, but you know what, much better than that game versus Manchester City. I have to just say, overall, Matic, I mean, experience, you really did show your experience, Matic, and you showed how important it can be. Not the fastest, but big physical, really good at getting headers out of the box. Is an aerial threat versus opposition when it comes to corners and stuff like that. Not that we really had corners versus Norwich. And his passing, very good, because obviously he's not the fastest. His passing was great. Fred, didn't see too much of Fred, but times that I did see him in terms of tackling, he did look very good. But once again, not too prominent, very hidden, had a chance or two. Last midfielder we did have was Pereira. Pereira, not the best of games. I feel like Pereira is starting to disappear more and more as the season goes on, which is very sad. He's in his mid-20s by now, so he really should be one of the best players on the pitch, instead of playing like a player who's still trying to find himself, which is a huge problem. And he is very aggressive, and I've talked about it as functional aggression at times, where he really just goes for it and creates pressure and wins the ball. But sometimes he just lunges into it way too much, and he really just gives away unnecessary fouls. Talking about our attack, wow, our attack was amazing. Mata, to me, you were a man of the match. I mean, 2 amazing assists. I mean, look, you're not the fastest, but wow, your eyes, your vision, I mean, your wisdom was just superb, top notch. That's exactly what we need from just any sort of attacker. And that's what annoys me when everyone's always on about, yeah, we need to get rid of Mata, because it's games like this when you realize Mata can really be a star for Manchester United. I mean, almost scored a goal, 2 amazing assists, which, let's be honest, you'd normally see from a player like Paul Pogba when Paul Pogba's in top form. But because Mata makes it look so seamless and just so effortless looking, it's almost like, I don't know, people don't find it as fantastic as they would like just because it is Mata. Looking at our main 2 attackers, Martial, great game. I mean, he should have scored a few more in the beginning. He did, of course, fluff a few shots, let's call it that. He did score a great header that was given in by Mata. I'm very happy that Martial did score a goal. I'm very glad. Rashford scored 2 goals. One was amazing because of Mata. Once again, that's why Mata would be my man of the match. You guys can tell me yours, comment section down below. And Rashford, of course, won from the penalty spot. And I find it so stupid, and I'm so tired of it. It really is the dumbest thing. I see people on social media saying,
without penalties, Manchester United would have only won 7% of their games, I mean, how dreadful is that?
That's such a stupid thing to say. It's like saying, you know what, if Manchester United hadn't scored any goals this season and we conceded some, we would have had 0% win percentage. I mean, that's horrible. I mean, you can't look at that. Penalties are goals. Goals count. Those penalties count. You can't say, yeah, without them, because then, I mean, that's a bit, picky, if I could say that. That was a voice break. It's a bit picky. But overall, Manchester United, as I said, the big problem is consistency. You need to pick up on your consistency. And I'm very happy with the youngsters in team. We saw Mason Greenwood come on, and he looks like a modern day Robin van Persie. What a beautiful, beautiful goal. I mean, I really think he can really break into that England team. He can really get his first international cap before 20, because, I mean, only a month ago he turned 18. I think before the age of 20, he can definitely get his first English cap. Looking so strong for Manchester United. What a beautiful goal. I mean, he really is showing better than what Rashford did in his beginning part of Manchester United when he started off. And I think better than most youngsters. I think Greenwood looks like one of the most promising players to come out of our academy in a very, very long time. Look, he's still got a very far way to go to even reach what Rashford has so far, but I think he can definitely achieve it. Andrew Gomez, didn't see too much of him, but otherwise I think he is very good when he does get more time to play, because he's very creative. I mean, much more better than Jesse Lingard. I'm sorry, Jay Lings, but have to, sorry, Jay Lings, it's not working out. It's just not working at all. Sorry, Jay Lings. What is that? Score a goal. So we look at Daniel James. Very good, but once again, very hidden in the game. I still think that we do need to buy another winger option this transfer window, which, by the way, I did make a video where I did talk about Manchester United transfers. Maybe a wing or two. We could buy a few midfielders and a few defenders that I think Manchester United should buy. Go check that video out in the description down below. Otherwise, James, I thought it was very weird that we took Rashford off to put James on, because Rashford was doing so well, and he really could have gotten that hat-trick that we needed, because Robin van Persie, RVP, was the last one to get a hat-trick for Manchester United in the league. But at the same time, Rashford's very tired because he's been playing non-stop for Manchester United. Other than that, United, I'm very, very impressed. And especially because it's one of those games where you actually won. And you know what? I think you had majority of possession. I mean, you guys really did look strong. You look like the better team. Yes, it is Norwich. Yes, they are bottom of the table. But at the same time, a win is a win. And a win was very much needed. Especially when it comes to goal difference. Because now, especially with games like this is where goal difference comes to play. Because now I think we are ahead of Chelsea goal difference-wise. Although there are 5 points ahead of us, goal difference can really, really matter. Because you look at teams, look, Chelsea aren't too far away. 5 points, I think they'll definitely lose another 5 points. We really can catch Chelsea. We really can get to the Champions League place. I know it seems impossible, but I don't think it is the most impossible thing. At the same time, I think it's going to be important for Pogba to come back, for Scott to come back. I'm very happy Maguire played, as I said, but we really do need some more first-team players, and especially because we look at players like Bruno Fernandes, who's doing so well for Sporting Lisbon, because we do miss that level of creativity, the same creativity we saw in this game from Juan Mata, because Juan Mata is getting older, that is the exact kind of player we do need for the team. A very good creative player who doesn't necessarily score a lot of goals, but has that eye for perfection and just really good eye for creativity in the team, who can create something great. That's exactly what we need, whether it's through a player like Grealish, Jadon Sancho, I don't know. We need someone who's creative in this team. But other than that, very happy with this Manchester United team. As I said, a bit better marking from both our left and right back. You know, a bit more passing in our midfield. Other than that, we looked so strong today. Well done, Manchester United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you boys did well today. All of you. And I find it so weird. I always look at the people, you know, supporting. Everyone just supporting, yeah, Ole, we love you. Versus a week ago where it's like, Ole, piss off. You know, it's the exact same fans. I mean, they are as inconsistent as Manchester United are playing, you know. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this. Once again, trying to reach 300... That's not English, is it? Let's try again. Come, from the top. I'm trying to reach 300 subscribers. I'd really love your guys' support. So once again, you're a United fan, you're a Premier League fan, subscribe to this channel. Love every single one of you. Finn, Kraus, Football, Finn, FYWN. Love every single one of you. Stay awesome. Cheers. Pa.